Hi, it's Carolyn. Welcome to today's 5-Minute Fix. I'm excited to be here with you. So, I have spent some time shopping in some of our local stores, and one of my favorite places to go is we have a few, I guess you'd call them secondhand stores, but really they're artistic stores where people go in and create these works of art. They take old pieces of furniture and refinish them and make them beautiful pieces of artwork that you can purchase and put in your home. And they create, and you'll find paintings and other curios and things that they've created, and it's a really fun place to go. But I'm particularly drawn to the furniture. I love old furniture. And it's just amazing to me how these people come in and they're so creative and they can see this old dresser or cabinet and they transform it and they paint it these beautiful colors and they paint designs on it and give it new pulls and new hardware, and it's just gorgeous. The interesting thing is, though, I always open them up and look inside, and I pull out the drawers and open up the cupboards and see what's inside. Now, with that in mind, the other day I was surfing through different sites on my phone looking for Halloween costumes for my kids. And I came across this beautiful cabinet that someone was selling that they had redone, and it was gorgeous. It had drawers, it had cupboards, and it had beautiful pulls and just beautiful artwork on it. It just was just gorgeous, simple but beautiful. And I thought, wow, that is so pretty. And I swiped to the next picture, and then it showed the inside. It had a cupboard door open and a drawer pulled out. And instantly, I had all those feelings coming back from when I've been in a store and looking at these in person. And what strikes me the very most is when you pull it out. So it was painted a white or ivory color, really light. And when you pulled it out, you saw the natural wood inside, and you could see the paint lines. And there was a definite, you knew this was not how it was originally painted, or how it originally looked. And so all those thoughts from when I've been in the store live or in person came to me. And the biggest one is smell. I have a real thing with smell. And when you open up an old piece of furniture, you have all those old smells. There's the musty, it's kind of a to me it's a musty, dirty smell. And you can see pen and pencil marks and crayon marks and dirt that's just been ground into the wood, and it's not sanded clear and soft. You can see the wear marks and you can smell them. And to me, that's an instant turn off. I don't like that. That's not comfortable for me. I still think it's beautiful and gorgeous and I love it, but I probably would never purchase it just for that reason. And here's what I thought about that when I saw this the other day and all that came back to me. I realized how that can be sometimes with our relationships with others. How often do we paint this beautiful picture on the outside? We make it look like we get along great. We maybe even just succumb, and when there's any kind of a conflict, we just meld in and say, oh, all right, I'll just take it on myself. And inside, when we look at the inside of that relationship, it's dusty and dirty, and there's years and years worth of grime and dirt and all kinds of things. So we can paint it beautiful on the outside. We can work really hard to make it look good, but deep inside, it's still got some issues. The other thing about it with old furniture, when you pull the drawers out, they don't just glide. You kind of have to tug at them. And cupboard doors don't often open and shut nicely. They sometimes, especially when you've been painting them, they maybe don't really fit in the groove and stay shut very well. And that's what our relationships can get like when we don't foster them from the inside out, when we just work on all the things that are out there pushing us around, and so we make it look good, make it feel good for the moment, but we're not diving in and fixing it from the inside out. And so I thought about that, and I thought, how do you really do that? Well, the first thing you have to do to salvage that if you get this old piece of furniture and you really want it to be such a wonderful piece of furniture for you, you got to take it all apart. you get an expert who knows what they're doing, and you take it apart. You have to pull the drawer out, and you got to go in and sand and refinish those drawer, I don't know what they're called, but the things that the drawer goes on, and so that it slides easily and nicely. You got to go in and make sure that those joints are sturdy and strong and fitting well together. You got to make sure that when those cupboard doors close in, that space is open and welcoming for the door to fit into. There's work that needs to happen. You've got to go in and sand and clean and reseal everything to make it beautiful and sparkle from the inside out. And that's what we do with our relationship. We got to look at it and say, okay, what is the one thing that I can dissect and work on today to make it grow from the inside out? What is the one thing that I can do to build it from the inside out, to go in and fix that drawer pull of my relationship? So that's my little tidbit for you today. If you really want to have some fabulous relationships that are on the inside even more beautiful than they are on the outside, take a moment and figure out what it is you can do to dissect it, take it apart, refinish it, and put it back in place so it works beautifully for you. All right, friends, I'll talk to you soon.